Okay, let's start with JDBC questions. So, what is the role of the JDBC Driver Manager class?
Sir, the Driver Manager class in JDBC is responsible for managing a list of database drivers. It is used to establish a connection to a database by selecting an appropriate driver from the registered drivers based on the URL provided.
Explain the difference between a JDBC driver and JDBC API.
Sir, a JDBC driver is a platform-specific implementation that allows Java applications to connect to a specific database. It translates Java calls into database-specific calls. Examples include MySQL Connector J, PostgreSQL JDBC driver, and Oracle JDBC driver, while the JDBC API is a standard Java interface that provides methods and classes for database connectivity. It is part of the Java Standard Library and offers a common way to interact with various databases.
Okay, what are the advantages of using prepared statement over statement in JDBC?
Sir, there are multiple advantages including performance, security and readability. Prepared statement is precompiled, which can improve performance for repeated execution of the same SQL statement. Also, prepared statement helps prevent SQL injection by treating input values as parameters rather than including them directly in the SQL query. And lastly, SQL queries with placeholders in prepared statement are more readable and maintainable.
Okay, what is a batch processing in JDBC and how does it work?
Sir, batch processing in JDBC allows you to group multiple SQL statements together and send them to the database in a single batch. This can significantly reduce the overhead of communication between the application and the database. The key methods for batch processing are add batch to add SQL statements to the batch and execute batch to execute the batch.
Great. What is the difference between a statement and a callable statement in JDBC?
Sir, statement is used for executing simple SQL queries. It does not support parameterized queries or stored procedures, while callable statement is used for executing stored procedures in the database. It can accept input parameters and return values, making it suitable for complex database operations.
Okay, nice. What is the purpose of the result set interface in JDBC?
Sir, the result set interface in JDBC represents a result set of data obtained from a database query. It provides methods for iterating through the rows of data, accessing column values, and navigating within the result set. It is the primary way to retrieve and manipulate data from the database after executing a query.
Okay, what is the difference between execute-query and execute-update methods in JDBC?
Sir, execute method executes any SQL statement and returns a boolean to indicate the type of result. Execute-query method executes a select SQL query and returns a result set containing the result set data. And execute-update method executes SQL statements that modify the database, example, insert, update, delete, and returns an integer indicating the number of rows affected by the operation.
Okay, explain the concept of connection pooling in JDBC.
Sir, connection pooling is a technique used to manage a pool of database connections, allowing applications to reuse existing connections rather than creating a new connection for each database operation. Connection pooling improves performance and reduces the overhead of establishing and closing database connections repeatedly. Thank you for watching. Please like, share and subscribe.